the ASAP Rocky and Rihanna. I like it.
Like and subscribe. Foolish Club Media. Head to our YouTube page. Like and subscribe. Every night, Sunday to Thursday, I was just talking before we started the show a little bit ago to the wife, and I'm banging out daiquiris.
You got full decks.
Yeah, double shot of rum.
Hell yeah, dog.
Shout out to Daiquiri Island. You could be a sponsor to the Nightly Fix.
I'd love that.
One of the best things to come out of COVID was taking alcohol to go from restaurants and everywhere else.
Yeah, they put that little sticker tape. They put the little tape across the
little seal, like I can't pop it in my car as soon as I leave.
To discourage you from having a sip or two on the way home.
Like, ooh, how do I get through this one?
I'm sipping that motherfucker as soon as I leave, dude. Are you kidding me?
How do I get through this one? Don't know how to get through this one. No, but I'm talking to the wife, and she's down there watching 600 Pound Life. I mean, and you talk about a show that will make you want to get your ass together. Like every time I watch that, like I want to go get on the Peloton upstairs, or like I want to set out my meal plan for the week when I watch it, because like the very beginning, like this lady just now, I kid you not, for breakfast had 3 donuts, like 4 or 5 pancakes, a thing of bacon. There was about
what a bacon, a half a pack?
Like a half a pack of bacon, God, 6 eggs, and some other shit. Like it was two TV dinner like plates full of just breakfast, just rolling. And I mean, just going through it. And you can just see the happiness in her heart. Like because that show, Dr. Now, who runs that show, is in Houston. One of the first things I did, because I moved out here during COVID, and so you just did a lot of just driving around. One of the first things I did was to drive to that man's office. I just wanted to see where Dr. Now's office was. And you know what I found? It's a Chinese buffet right across the street from that. All I know is all the times I see them people pulling up at the crib. And Serda, I know you've never even heard of this show because it is beneath you. But as soon as I watch those people pull up, I'm thinking to myself, every last one of them are leaving and going to this damn Chinese buffet. It was a big one. Smart, Bill. Smart. But I bet they're in there craving that bitch. I bet a Golden Corral was knocking the doors down, trying to build something near his office, just craving that shit. But no, man, that show is the beginning part to see how much people eat is wild. Like, honest to God, and I don't mean this, and I would say of anyone on the show, I am the most likely to have just completely let themselves go and get to 500 pounds, 600 pounds. Like Steve, I don't like. First, I don't think
Steve too tiny already, dog. That would take like an act of God. to
Like,
like
listen,
get that.
I'll be honest.
I got to 220, and I was living very hard for a couple years there, but I'm taking care of myself much better now.
And I'll be honest, I don't think any of the three of us could just shoot themselves to 500-600 pounds.
Hey
Like,
man, I'm diabetic. If I stop giving a fuck, if I really stop caring, I'm gonna lose a foot. You know what I mean? Like
you lose
it.
limbs. You lose limbs before you get to 6 spins. But
But I
like
mean, that might actually lessen the weight. You know what I mean? If I lose like 25 pounds of a foot, you know what I mean?
your
That
foot's
could put me under 250. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
Your
know.
foot's not
Well, I
25
mean,
pounds.
what's his shoe size? Maybe he's
Yeah,
got
I wear size
massive
14, dog.
feet.
15 on good days.
Yeah. Your good or bad days, it isn't 25 pounds. But I am the one that's most likely, if we had to put a bet down, that could get there. Like, I don't know how it happens. Like, I just don't know how over several years, like, bang, man, I get to 250. I get to 3. I get to 350. And somewhere, I guess, obviously, I'm accustomed to this and I don't give a shit no more. Just flies in. And you get to that, like, 600 pounds, man. That's like, man, that's three for me, and I'm the biggest one on the show. That's like 325, 350 more pounds that I'd have to get to. And that is a lot of damn weight. Like, listen, and I'm not like, I understand it's an issue for them, and man, and I've watched it. I don't watch as much as my wife do, but I watch it, and it's a thing. But damn, man, I just like, how did it get here?
I don't know, man. I have a problem with watching reality shows like that in the first place. Like, I have a lot of friends who will send me My Strange Addiction, and I'm just like, what are y'all even doing watching this? Like, I feel like television is a means for, and that's probably like my own problem, my toxic trait, is that it's a means for escape. Why would I want to escape into a life that's sadder than mine? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what is the point of that?
Well, you do that on TV shows. The Pit is sadder than yours.
It's also, but that's like the problem that I have with stuff like that is like the television like profiting off of like people's misery, and I just can't watch that stuff.
Well, they're telling the story, and the hope is that it's not misery. The hope is that it turns into them getting themselves together. And hell, 40% of the time it works. We'll see. Like Dr. Now is able to help people, and but you know, hey, I mean, it's. But I'm telling you, it motivates the hell out of me. Every time I watch it, I'm like, damn, man. Shit,
well,
let me get out.
What's like the worst like food eating day you've ever had? Like where you came out of it and you were like, oh, like it was rough. Like, I know I had a day where I ate like a full large pizza, had like tacos, like ordered to go food, and then got high and went and got ice cream.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude. I was gonna say back when I used to get partake in the devil's lettuce and stuff like that. There were some days, especially in college, man, when I first got that first credit card, and I was just like, damn, I can go anywhere I want. I can eat anything I want. Oh, I was eating everything, dude. I always call myself, like I say, I'm like a connoisseur of shitty Chinese food. Just because, like, I'd love, like, in San Antonio, it was called Walk on Wheels or some shit like that. And then, like, I would love getting General Tso's chicken from that place. But I would get, like, a crazy amount of General Tso's chicken. Like, I'd be hungover, tired from working at the bar the night before, stoned all day, literally bed rotting before they called it bed rotting, just sitting in bed watching TV. I'd get 2 full plates delivered to my house with fried dumplings, with egg rolls and stuff like that, and then I would kill like a 2-liter something, and I would just sit in bed all day, not move, just like had my weed right next to me and then my food right next to me, and just like, and obviously because I was a poor 20-year-old, like my bed was like 6 inches from the fucking floor, so it's not like I really had to move anything, you know what I mean? like oh man, good times.
My moments were, I didn't have the devil's lettuce. Is that what you called it? Or weed or anything, as that was just not a part of my journey. It was just like, yeah, it's been that one part of my journey. Never has been. But
good, man. Good for you.
Mine is bad because mine is like you said it in there is drinks and not like not alcohol, like just drinks, like it wasn't. It was like a daily thing of what I could drink, like how fast I could do in a 2-liter.
Yeah.
And then it was bad. And that wouldn't be the only thing I was drinking. Like that 2-liter was at the back end, but it was probably a stop at Quick Trip for a 44, that 44 size cup of a Slurpee, which my mix was that white cherry and the Coke to make a bit of a cherry Coke.
Oh shit.
But again, it's also how fast. Like I could bang that out, nearly bang that all the way out. 32 ounce easy, but I could nearly bang that out on my 20-minute drive to work. Like right now, I started this just a bit before I got on with you all. So that is roughly.
See,
that's roughly 18 minutes ago. And I have already smoked this bitch. Like I got a little bit left.
I have the same problem though too. Like I remember when I was in high school, we went to this place. It was called like Churrasco's. It was one of those Brazilian.
I went there last week for dinner.
Yeah, the Brazilian steakhouses or whatever. And the guy was like, "Hey, do you guys want drinks?" We're just like, "Yeah, let's. I want a Sprite." The guy came back to fill up my Sprite so many times that he just left the craft. Like he was just like, "You know what? Here you go," just like so I don't have to come back here over and over again. So that kind of made me realize, I was like, damn, I do drink whatever I'm drinking like a lot. And so when that came to, my foray into alcohol, bro, I'm slamming everything. Like a 12-ounce beer or whatever, it literally does not stand a chance. It never stands a chance in my hands. You know what I mean? Like I slam that, I'm done. So like I guess like during COVID, I was, out and about just bullshitting, just honestly doing up to no good. So I would literally drive around with like so I started off with like the largest bottles that you can get of like Ozarka. You know what I mean? Like I was just like, and I would kill those like in the car, like on my little road trip and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, let me just get like a gallon of water. And so like I started just drinking so much damn water. And I think that's why, Stanley, if you'd like to be a part of the Nightly Fix, this is a perfect chance to get in on the ground floor. I take this thing everywhere I go, and it's 24 ounces, and I fill it up multiple times a day because they say you're supposed to drink like 8 cups of water, which is like 64 ounces or whatever the fuck. I really don't know conversion tables like that. But, I've realized that anything I'm going to drink a lot of it, so I might as well make it water.
See,
I really don't fuck with soda anymore. Like,
I wish that was my thing. It's not like just waters. I don't like it's not a replace it with water. Like for me, it's like if I go buy a 2-liter of cherry Coke, like I can get that down with the cup I use, with a cup I'll use. I can get that down. Like I can get that down an hour and a half, Jack, if I want to. Like that would just be the thing. Like I'm not a big snacker. Like hell, man, I've had some moments where I have gone and just absolutely hurt myself at some sort of a buffet, where I've sat in and I have at my cheaper time I've done a little too much at a CC's Pizza, or I have banged out. I don't know if some of y'all may not remember old Ponderosa. I have banged out a Ponderosa.
I remember Ponderosa.
I remember eating myself on a church trip to just vomiting at a Shoney because I had to have that biscuit and gravy and egg combination one more time. So I've had those moments. But I remember when I was in Nashville and Kroger would have the 3 liters, and I'm like Ron,
that's a whole extra liter.
An extra liter?
There's a whole extra liter.
3 hours, man. Ron, what is wrong with you? It's not, and it's nothing to stop. I'm pounding it, man. I'm pounding it, and so it's stuff that's good to me that I can keep doing. I I guess it's a gift and a curse. Like, luckily for me, like I can't just go and just like maybe you two can, or at least what you're saying, Osita. I can't just go and just pound like, ooh, I'm about to go drink some beers and I'm about to drink 12 of them.
Yeah.
Like I can't do that.
I used to be able to do that.
Like I can't.
I can pound beer. I don't drink pop really. I just drink water mostly.
Like I can't. Like I don't think I can just bang out like a 12 pack of beer, but I can do 24 cherry Cokes, wild cherry Pepsis.
Serda, I have a question for Serda. Can you hit a 12 pack without breaking the seal?
No, absolutely not.
I used to be able to do that. I used to be able to hit a 12 pack without ever taking a piss. And just like I'd wait till the end of the night and be like, all right, cool. No. Crazy stream. You know what I mean? Like,
I drink so much water that I have to pee constantly. Like I go to the movies a lot. I can't make it through a movie without having to go pee anymore.
Okay, that sucks. Like, you should get that checked, sir.
It's because I just basically all I drink is water. Like I have 2 cups of coffee a day, and I drink water, and I have a pop like once every couple of weeks, maybe.
Yeah, same. I'm about to
now when I've changed my when I changed my like diet, and I probably lost more than I wanted to, and I had lost like 122 pounds. I was like under 200 pounds. Like I was like 192 as low as I got. But like I've changed. I like that helped change kind of my drinking habits to before. Like, so I don't drink pop as much. And if I do, it's like zero sugar, but it's like Zivia's or zero something. So I don't bang that out as much. So luckily that got a hold of me. And I was able to kind of change that. But man, it was the drinks, like everything, like the sugar that I was getting from drinks. I just, oh my God, drinks, apple juice, all of that, boy. I could go and get me like a big Concord grape juice, just take communion by myself, fucking that shit up, just drinking it.
I'm not gonna say I'll fuck around with some Martinelli's right now. I would love some Martinelli's apple juice, a little glass bottle that they somehow turned into buzz balls or whatever the hell is going on.
But that's what they used to drink on the Cosby Show. That's when I seen it. On the Cosby Show. Yeah, they pulled them out, them rich bastards, on the Cosby Show.
You got the whole glass and the metal top and everything like that. You could fill it up with water, throw it at your enemies. Good times.
I don't think that's it. But
that ever happened?
No,
Tootie never did that.
At your enemies.
I thought she did that back in the day.
No, I don't think so. Denise, maybe. I don't think so.
Maybe. Okay.
Hey, shout out to Roy McIlroy, who won the Masters today and is now, I think, the 5th person in golf to hit that. Look at that. Oh, no, he's tanned. I was going to say that was a person of color out there. But he has now completed the Grand Slam. He has won every major. Last time he had won a major, 2014. He has won the Masters for the first time, and he almost choked this one away. He has been known as a choker. He has had multiple times where he has choked things away, and I swear to God, like, I got a couple of notes and thoughts from the Masters. 2 things. Like, one, coming into it, Tiger not being there, and there just not being a lot of other interesting storylines. It didn't draw me in. Like Scotty Scheffler playing didn't draw me in. Like the Jay Leno lookalike, that didn't draw me in. And Rory, maybe kind of, maybe a little bit. That was the only hope that held out. But I'll tell you what, this was a moment for me in which social media's word of mouth, Twitter's word of mouth is when it works really, really great for sports or for events happening right now. I'm watching the Clippers and the Warriors because they've got an important game. I rode with the Lakers, so there was implications on who they were going to play in the first round. So I'm watching that. But I'm seeing on Twitter, like, hey, Rory is rolling, and then Rory has just dropped like 2 or 3 strokes. and he's choking. And bam, that got me over. That got me to flip over, and now I'm back and forth in the game, and now I'm watching it, and I'm just watching like back and forth where Rory's dropping shots, and he's looked like he's choking, and now to me this is what, and like Osita, I hope I sincerely like we fuck around and joke and have a good time, and I know you haven't been into sports as much as I think.
You're about to say something messed up. I already know you're about to say something messed up. Just bring it, dude. Just bring it. Just say it. You don't have to. You don't have to preface it with like, I actually love you. Blah blah blah. This is
I don't like. I don't love you. I don't love you.
Say the thing.
Like I'm not.
Man.
We haven't reached love status yet. Like okay, we gotta go through some things first. No, I wasn't gonna say that. So sit back. In just a bit, champ.
I'm here.
But no, I know we fuck around a lot, but I sincerely hope that doing this show, you get more into sports and can kind of see like and feel the natural drama that just comes with sports, that just comes with like, it's like the great TV show, like The Pit or like whatever the handful of things that Serda watches. Like that
Last
real
of Us season 2.
I was just watching that right before here, right before this.
The Last of Us. Oh yes. By the way, but before the show's end, new show alert. It's not The Last of Us. New show alert. I started it last night. Went to bed at 1:30 a.m. Even though I had to get up to have my son at an AAU tournament Sunday morning. Shout out to my son in a 26-minute game. By the way. He went 16-8 and 3 assists in his AAU tournament game on Saturday. Don't know what got into him. Whatever. Was on a 1-on-3 break, just pulled up and just shot a step behind the line and made his first 3 of the season. I don't know what happened to him, but shout out to him. All right, as he rolled through. But this show, new show alert. I gotta get that in at some point before we get off tonight. But no, it is. It's the natural drama that sports give you, and like hell, I was not into it, but for some reason, when I pulled up, it was like, okay, here we go. I'm in. Rory misses a shot that he should have made. Justin Rose then sinks like a 25-footer to stay in it and give him a chance. And like to know the background of Rory, that he has choked and he has screwed up and he has missed things. And then he had like a 6-7 foot putt to win it. And he misses it. And now they've got to go to the 18th hole, and they've got to go to basically golf overtime to try to win this major that he had already blown. He had a 4-shot lead. I turned the channel. I came back. He was losing within 15 minutes. It's just the natural drama. And then he won. And I don't know if you've seen him. He's lost. I mean, he lost it all. My man hit his knees, screamed, in tears, crying. Like, I mean, it was like the finale of White Lotus, which I heard sucked, but it was like the finale of a great show. And that's what sports brings.
Well, I'll have you know, I actually spent my Sunday just chilling on the couch, and I fell asleep to the Masters. So I don't know if that counts, but I see he was, I think it was, what is it called? 12 under par. It said -12. I'm assuming that's what that means.
Yes.
Yeah, he was 12 under par at one point.
My man said, what's it called?
And that guy with the French last name was pretty close to him. And then I don't know, that guy with the French last name was in a sand trap, and I thought that was really cool. He was able to hit that hoe, and then it went over, and then it hit the green, and then it kind of like rolled back and almost went in, and everybody was like, but it was cool. It was a fun little watch. You know what I mean? Before I took my afternoon nap, it was nice. I could get into it. No, I could see how you could definitely get into it when Tiger was playing, though.
Well, but anytime you're like, that's just sports. Like anytime you're invested, you saw it a little bit. I mean, I thought you were rooting for a team, but you're rooting for the names on a paper, but still, you got a glimpse to feel the like.
Look, man,
how
what did you want me to do? You told me to do a bracket. I did a bracket. You know what I mean?
Listen,
and then you're mad. Then you're mad at me for feeling some type of way about not making first place in my bracket. Like, what do you want from me here, man?
I'm not mad at you. I just simply stated the facts. Is what I did.
So I will say, like, I'm not a golf person. I've never really been a golf person, but the Masters is the one time where I'm like, okay, it's the Masters. It's like, it's the one thing that like everybody gets up for. This is like the most coveted tournament in golf. And it's like the one thing that will like kind of make me pay attention a little bit. So I've been following it all weekend here and there. And then today we had to go to, I know Easter's next weekend, but we had a thing today that was kind of like Easter. And so like, and I kind of looked up because everybody's standing outside, like talking or whatever. I kind of look up and like, there's no dudes outside at all. And I was like, where's all the dudes at? And I walked inside. Everybody's just standing around the TV, like locked into the Masters. And this is like crunch time where like it was getting close. And then they go to the playoff and like people are trying to leave or whatever. And like every dude in the house is like, no, we gotta wait. We gotta wait and see what happens here. Like that's when sports are cool. Like when it's relatable to everyone and everybody's willing to stop what they're doing to lock into what's going on.
Like I will say, go ahead.
I will say it's made it being in the show and being like, I guess like in more into the sports world and stuff like that. It's made barbershop talk way cooler because I know exactly what they're talking about. Like I went to the barbershop today. Ron, I don't want to hear it. I went to the barbershop today. And so I was in the chair getting cut or whatever. And this guy came in and my barber's an old school dude. He was just like, he sees him. He was like, hey man, how's it going? He's like, slow boogie. He's like, tell me something good. He was like, how you feel about Houston versus Florida last week? And I immediately went off on a tangent. We were talking for like 15, 20 minutes about that shit. They're like, damn, oh. I was like, yeah, baby. I've been paying attention, dog. What's up, baby? I'm here.
You'll never not have something to talk about when it comes to sports. Like,
but that's the thing.
Meet any dude for the first time, you can always find a way to talk about sports.
Well, that's the thing is, and I think the Masters, and in particular for me, it happened with this. You can find yourself like there are some events that I know I'm going to be into, like, you know, the teams that you support or you're into, or a big game or something like that. You're going to be like, I'm going to be into Minnesota and the Lakers when that series starts. By the way, the NBA desperately needs the Warriors to win this seventh seed against Memphis coming up on Tuesday. They can get the Warriors and the Rockets. That will be an interesting potential matchup. Like they need the Warriors. They don't need the Warriors against OKC. I digress. But it can get you into a space where like you don't even know that you're into something, and then all of a sudden you're into it. Like I was washing some of the pans that I was using because I was on the smoker. Shout out to my Traeger as I did. I made burgers, I made ribs, I made a little smoked sausage, used some of that rib candy.
When am I gonna get that invite, bro? What is going on?
It's okay. I'll send you guys a photo of the Traeger as it was.
I want a photo. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's not the burgers which I had just known the burgers on, but I will send you fellas. I apologize. I won't just
something y'all don't know about us at the Nightly Fix is actually me and Ron are pretty much neighbors. You know what I mean? Like we live not too far from each other, but for some reason
I didn't know this.
I really to invite me to shit. He just
I really didn't.
Oh, yeah, I did this. I
really didn't. I really did not know that until I think Friday. But
dang,
you also you also see Osita at work, so I feel like you could just bring him a plate. Like you could just bring some leftovers.
I got you, dog. I'll bring you some sausages. The ribs were for tomorrow. I'll hook you up with that. But no, man, it was but I'm washing the pans, and I did not know I was into this. Rory missed the putt on 18, and I slammed the rag into the pan. I said, "Damn it!" And I said, "What in the?" My mother-in-law was. I said, "What in the hell is wrong? Why did I just lose all of my minds for this?" But I didn't know I was in it. I was in it, but that's what sports can do. Can I also like I said, I had two things that I took away from the Masters. One was right there, the whole like social media, Twitter, and the hey, this event's going on. Boy, you better get here and watch this. Look, Rory is absolutely having a meltdown like the Duke Blue Devils and the Houston Cougars. You might want to get over there and watch what's happening. And then it led me there, and I was in. Hell, I had a quandary. Like I think Rory was up for a huge shot to get to 18 to try to win it. And the Warriors had just called a timeout, and they were down by 3 with 6 seconds left. And so I'm trying to go back and forth to try to catch both of the moments of the shot and then the other shot. I was able to catch the Warriors miss and then get back in time for Rory's shot. It was just nuts. Here's the other thing that got me. And this is, I know it's a two Americas thing. Osita, I think, will completely understand, and Serda, I think, will completely understand as well.
You don't know that
because he's in this, but it is how white folks and black folks, and I think mostly black folks, but I'd also say probably people of color, but I think black folks are really special in this. Think of things. And I'm watching the tournament, and I watched it a little bit yesterday on Saturday, but really a lot today. And it's hard for me. Like, I'm watching it, and I'd find myself counting the faces of color in the crowd or anywhere that I could find on the screen repeatedly. And it was few and far between. Like, I would, like, they'd get a shot of the crowd, and I'd be looking white. Oh, brother, white. Like, and I know white folks don't watch it that way, and they don't see it that way. We don't see but I look at there, and it looks like that motherfucking place is like Pleasantville. Like that place is still like in the 70s. It looks like every time I see
everybody's in polos and golf outfits and khakis,
and everyone's white. Like it looks like the 70s. Like every time I am there, it looks like Jack Nicklaus is going to walk out on that course. And that's why I said the other day, like when I see like Tiger's not out there, it feels like, okay, here we go. But I'm looking out there, and I mean, it is crowds of people. White. Ooh, who's she with? White. Oh, Middle Eastern. White. Oh, a couple of Asian guys. Like it is like I know this is a two Americas things. I know most people the whole way. A lot of white folks were watching that and just like the Rory thing, but in situations like that, in places like that, in places where I know women were only allowed to play on the course in 2012, that was when women were allowed to play on the course, which is just the craziest shit I've ever heard of in my mind. To think of like that place and just you look out there and it's like, and we know, right? Like Serda explained it a little bit last week that it's a drawing system of how people are able to get to the Masters. Like you can't just get up like right now and say, like, I feel like I want to go to the Masters in 2026 and I'm just going to buy tickets to go to the Masters. No, it don't work that way. Like you're in a drawing to get them pimento cheese sandwiches for $1.50. And it seemed like,
hell yeah.
And it just, and like when I'm watching, I'm like, damn, it is not no black folks out there. It ain't not even no black. It ain't no essays. It ain't no Hispanics. It ain't no.
You called them essays?
It ain't.
You called them essays?
It ain't no people. It ain't no people of color out there.
That's wild, bro.
No,
I mean, yeah, but that's a golf thing, though. That's
no, it's not a golf thing. I have been to the PGA myself. I attended the PGA myself, me, my father-in-law and his friends. It was in St. Louis. Attended the PGA. Like it was bros. It was folks there. I'm just saying. It just feels like Augusta National is just a different place. Like, I mean, hell, I didn't even see nobody even sweeping. That was a person of color. Which
would you have rather seen that? Is that what you wanted to see? You want to see the only black man in there? Just like
but I would have thought. That's what I thought was going to be in there. It was like the dude's picking up the trash and working.
Where's the brother at? What's he doing?
And earning an honest living. Right? But like that was the other. That was the other thing that I saw was just like, damn, this ain't nothing but white folks in this bad boy. I'm just like, it has got to be under 100 people of color in that space.
I mean, it is supposed to be. I've entered it before. Like it's like you just go online and like fill out a form and submit the thing. It's supposed to be random, but I'm sure it mostly is. But there's got to be people that are connected that are like, hey, like let me get some Masters tickets or whatever. But I don't know. Maybe it is an Augusta thing. I don't really know.
I mean, I'm sure there's black people in the golf.
But hold on. Osita, do you ever watch events and notice like that ain't no black folks there?
I mean, I was at the rodeo for a month, so yeah.
So like, yes. but like you know the white
shows. No, I was like, damn, they know. Actually, but I will say, there has been and I'm sure they've always been around, just not necessarily as noticed. It's kind of like seeing a red car, somewhere, seeing a brand new car somewhere, hearing about a brand new car, then all of a sudden you see it everywhere. But I did notice a lot of black cowboys and stuff this year, like more so than I have ever seen in my life, to be completely honest. But I think that's just because, like, working for the station and stuff like that, working for the country station at least, there's been, we kind of see like an even mix, not an even mix, but we do see a mix of people at all the little events and stuff that we have. So.
But I'm just saying, like the white folks that's your counterparts that work with you, the rodeo's a good one. Like that doesn't enter their minds. I don't think that's entering their minds of like, damn, like it's a whole bunch of white folks here.
Yeah.
Like when I go to, like we go out to events every week. Like I don't know that it runs out into our co-workers' minds like, damn, we out here and it's three black folks. It's three black folks. It's three black folks in this whole place. Like I don't think, because I do think that's a two Americas thing. I think that is just a raised thing of how people, like I always know how many black folks are around. Serda, do you remember that?
The room.
Do you remember? I don't know if you remember that time we had a station meeting, and it was Intercom at the time, and we had to be there at 10 o'clock, and we were all sitting there. And I mean, it wasn't just the sports; it was the entire cluster, and they had us all sitting down there. And I looked around, and I remember I elbowed you and Vern. I said, "I know Carrington is doing a show right now." I said, "But they got the sales department out here. They got the decision makers, front office people, so to speak, out here. They got all the hosts. They got all the production people, producers, and everything." I said, "Do you see it is me and that black dude Sterling up the top? That is the IT guy, the overnight IT guy.
He is an overnight engineer. Yeah.
We had a couple, like Hartzell was working, and Carrington was working. But man, we were 40, 45 deep down there, Osita. And I'm looking around, I'm like, well, hell, it's two of us in this damn cluster right now.
I mean, shit, it's like that. It's like that in a lot of spots, though. Honestly, like it's
a problem in media specifically. Yeah, like media is notorious for being predominantly white.
But I'm not even trying to dissect. Like that's another time. I'm not even trying to dissect that as the issue. I'm just simply saying, I wonder how many people in that room was also thinking, damn, it's all white folks in here except for those two guys. Like I don't think anybody else.
I think it'd be a little weird if a white guy's just kind of like, "Hey, you see those two black dudes walk in?" Like,
no, I don't.
Hey,
I don't. Yeah, but
there's two of them here. Like, that's wild.
No, I think it would. No, I don't think it's weird to look around and say, "Damn, man, there's not a lot of diversity in this bitch." Like even as a white guy,
maybe the white guy was like, "Damn, we're diverse."
Like
we got two of them.
yeah.
Like I remember Elbow and Vern, and he said, "Yep." He said, "Yep," and because like now, like I said, we could go deeper in it. I'm thinking to myself, "Yep, these people are the ones selling me. These people are the producers. Like these people are the like." How many of these people are going to sell stuff? Like, you have to say it like that? I'm just saying, like, hey, let's go to Sports Clips and Lady Jane's. That takes me out of it. Let's go to like I just looking like, damn, okay, all right. Like, but I don't think folks is thinking like, but I just think this is to America's how a lot of black folks and white folks can kind of be in the same situation and think. Like I watched that and thought, man, this is like some really good sports drama. But I also watched it and thought, like, I'm looking in the crowd and there's about 5,000 people there, and I see 4 people of color in that crowd. How in 2025 in fucking Georgia is there only 5 black folks to 5,000 people? I'm getting a little tipsy, fellas. Not gonna lie to you. This
How many daiquiris have you had?
Now I did have a screwdriver prior to the daiquiri. Now I want to complain on that one. I did have a screwdriver. I did have 2 screwdrivers. When I'm out there on the smoker, man, I just wanted to have me a little drink with it, doing my thing out there, have me a little drink with it. So, a little tipsy, feeling good though. I do want to get to the heat check in a bit. Shout out to those. Hey, listen up, please. Like, subscribe. If you do not do so, shove it. But like and subscribe. Go to our Foolish Club media page. Like and subscribe that. You can get all the content. Hey, Veach season coming up during the week. Brian's World coming up during the week, which is fantastic. We got B Block Podcast starting and premiering right here on Foolish Club Media on Tuesday. All right. Chief Concerns. We got it all, baby. Coming up right here. Showing BK coming through. Please like and subscribe and get all that content.
I like how you've gone from threatening the fans and the listeners to now just insulting the fans and the listeners, to be like, hey, if you don't like it, shove it.
I am. I'm insulting the people who are listening and won't go like and subscribe. All right, we've had some
listening and not liking. If you listen,
yeah, we've had some subscriber growth.
Just takes 30 seconds.
All you gotta do is press a button.
I think 12. I think 12. You know, we've had some growth on our likes and our subscriptions on YouTube since we started the Nightly Fix. We want to keep going, baby, so we can give you this good content. I do want to get to Osita's Big O's heat check in a bit, but do you have the Isaiah Thomas footage? Because all right, that's fine.
I can get it. Steve. I guess.
No, shut up. No, shut up, Steve. No, I don't want to hear your I can get it now. But Isaiah Thomas came out and lost his shit on LeBron James. And it rose through, and obviously, you know, I come clean. I am a LeBron fan.
Oh, really? No way.
He was on NBA TV, and LeBron James at 2:30 p.m. Pacific time in the afternoon. Do you have it in the afternoon for a game that started at 7:30? So you can count that up. That's 5 hours prior to the game where no one is in the arena. Was shooting in NBA gray sweatpants, also known as the pants that women like to look at black men in because they feel like they can see maybe what they're working with. But he was in there with a do-rag on with his hair because he's trying everything he can at this point. And he had no shirt on, and he was shooting again at 2:30 Pacific time.
How are you going to throw shade at this person that you idolize so much, bro?
Because
you thought I wasn't going to catch that?
LeBron's got a weird relationship with his hair. It's a problem.
Listen, I'm just saying Ron's just like Ron's always like he's like, I love greatness. I love, you know,
he is my guy.
The greatest. But I'm the greatest ever. He's like, hey, but I don't know why he's wearing a do-rag. Why is he wearing a do-rag?
Well, no, listen, I'm an honest person. I'm a big fan of LeBron. A huge fan. He's my favorite. I think he's an all-time athlete, a good dude all the way around. He is clearly stubborn, and he is clearly standing on whatever and I'm going to do something with this hair until I want to. He's on that. And I know
if you
Savannah,
were LeBron, would you admit that you have no control over your hair? Because I don't think I would.
I would.
Like
no, I would.
It takes one trip to Turkey though.
He's overcome everything in his life to be one of the most successful athletes we've ever seen. Yeah, I feel like that's why he can't let the hair go.
No, he lost He lost that battle 15 years ago. So he's not overcome there.
He's
not overcome there.
He's like, hey, you're great at all these things.
I am certain all these things. I am certain Savannah has had a come to Jesus meeting with him, his wife, about it. I'm sure Maverick Carter, Rich Paul, all of his best friends, D Wade. Are you telling me D Wade and Carmelo hadn't had a come to Jesus meeting with him about it? No, at this point, he's stubborn. He's stubborn. Okay. And so, like, look, hey, as Michael Strahan said, I'm not covering up this gap because can't nobody be perfect. He ain't perfect. This is something. But Serda, you got Isaiah Thomas. So this is Isaiah Thomas's reaction on NBA TV. Again, I want to reiterate, 2:30 p.m., 5 hours prior to the game starting. He was out there getting jumpers up. Nobody else was there from either team. Here is Isaiah Thomas. Damn it, Isaiah. I swear to God, if you don't get out of here.
I don't know why it's not working.
I do because you're trying to piss me off, Steve. Don't do it again. This is like basically Isaiah went into the professionalism in the NBA is completely all right. Here we go. I feel like we have it now. Steve Smith, Jalen Rose, who I know doesn't agree with this. Do we have it? I'm going to get really mad, Steve. I swear to God, I'm going to get really mad.
It's just not playing. Okay, I guess we don't have it. It's just
We
not
don't
playing.
have
I
it.
don't know. I don't know why it's not playing.
You're trying to piss me off, Steve. Anyway, but he said the professionalism has taken a hit in the NBA. He said there is no way that I would let any of my players go out before the game looking like that. What are we doing? Where are we at? We are at an NBA arena, and we are in sweatpants and no shirt on. He said Adam Silver's talking about fining people. You know who he should be fining? Fine somebody for doing that. Fine a player like LeBron James for coming out there without a shirt on in an NBA arena. Again, I put this out there, as I have said multiple times, and this on this show or any other show or any conversation. There is no player in the history of sports, and maybe this will continue past him, and he will lose this standing, because Patrick Mahomes is starting to find it. I'm sure it's going to come for Shohei Ohtani soon. But there's no athlete that has ever been under more scrutiny for the silliest shit than LeBron James. That man, Isaiah Thomas, he was incensed. He was hot, incensed, because that man, 5 hours before the game with nobody in the arena, shooting jumpers with his shirt off. And he talks about the lack of professionalism. And listen, I'm not one to go and tell you about how hypocritical Isaiah Thomas is when you look at his history. If you want to go look up the history of Isaiah Thomas and some of the shit he's done, and you want to call unprofessional, you could go do that. I'm not even here to do that. I'm just sitting here saying
That's a problem to his career, Isaiah.
What did Isaiah Thomas do? I'm interested. Where are we at?
He's choked coaches. He lost to the Bulls and refused to shake any of their hands after the series was over, after they had beaten it. Like, the Bulls could not beat the Pistons. They could not get past Isaiah and the Pistons. And the Pistons beat them like 3 years in a row and ended their seasons. And then when Jordan and them finally started winning championships, the first thing they had to do was get over the Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals. And they finally dominated them. And they all walked off the floor before they had to shake their hands at the end. At the end of a series, at the end of the series, it is usual that at the end, teams dap up, shake each other up, congratulations, when the series is over. The Detroit Pistons all got up and walked off while there was still time on the clock and went to the back and didn't shake their hands. Like, I'm not even going to that point of it, any of it.
He's had lots of problems off the court, like, aside from
yes, I'm not going to talk about his sexual issues. I'm not going to talk about any of that. That probably hurts the professionalism of their game. But dude, you can't be that hot about a dude 5 hours before the game shooting jump shots without a shirt on. And mind you, he's not the only person in the NBA, hell, in the last 40 years, that has walked out in a pregame and just got up work without a shirt on. But, like, this kind of shit always comes to the door of LeBron James and a lot of these older cats. It is just wild to me. Like,
okay,
like
weren't you
even a thing?
Weren't you just talking last week about how John Morant needs to be more professional and how he's bringing like a level of unprofessionalism to the game? So what? It's not now you're picking and choosing because it's someone different. And I know they're not on the same level, but hold
on. If you know that, then there's no conversation. Like, there's no comparison.
There's no conversation because he's not bringing guns into the stadium. Is he bringing guns to the stadium with him? He's just doing this. He's having a little bit of fun. He's just doing him. You know what I mean? He's just doing his thing. And all of a sudden, all these old heads are just like, oh, this kid's out here, blah, 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 giving us a bad name. I thought this was a professional basketball association, but he's saying the same thing about LeBron. Put a shirt on, bro. Put a shirt on. What you got a shirt on for?
This is first off, this is something that is connected with a violent act, and this is something that is connected with a shirt off.
A violent act that he's committed? Or just holding guns? Because I thought this was America. I thought it was okay to have guns.
I'm telling you, a t-shirt off, a shirt off, and a guy faking spraying a crowd and then throwing grenades in a crowd is different. There is a violent connotation. You would agree, right? There's a violent connotation to fake spraying, right?
But it's not real spraying. It's not real. It's not
you
real.
You would agree, but you would agree there's a violent connotation to that, right?
A violent connotation is like Meta World Peace, like hitting somebody, throwing hands.
Okay, all right.
Like
I know. All right, I get it. I'm not going to make you do it. You know it's violent. You're saying it. You're dancing around it. You're just not saying it. And you know a shirt off is just shooting is the guy with the shirt off that we see all the time. Just like you see LeBron and many other players with their shirt off in the locker room right after the game. This here also with John Morant has been an issue with guns, and John Morant has been suspended for his issues with weapons and his issues with playing with weapons and stuff like that prior to fake spraying the crowd and throwing fake grenades. So this has been an entire thing with John. He got suspended 30 games last year because of his issues with guns and slapping people at malls and doing things. Like, he has had some issues. This is LeBron shooting baskets without a shirt on. Right.
Well, another thing they said in that little rant that Isaiah Thomas had, wasn't he saying he was like, he feels that coaches should go back to wearing suits because he wants a level of professionalism for the sport. So there's a certain view and look of, being an elite player and on an elite team and an elite organization. I feel like that's all he was saying. He was like, hey, if you're gonna make all this money doing all this stuff, at least look the part. Don't go out there with the do-rag and gray sweatpants that girls love because they feel like they can see the thing. They can see the imprint and stuff like that. Let
me ask you this. I'll just throw this to you. Serda, did you see Isaiah? Did you see what the shit Isaiah had to say? I said most of it.
Yeah.
Did you, Serda, did you think he was a little overboard with his issues with him shooting shots?
For sure. But Isaiah is also like, I don't know, maybe I'm biased. I don't really like Isaiah that much. And I feel like Isaiah is also like, he's been a petty person in media, as a coach, as a player. Like, he's been petty his entire career, even for a guy that's won 2 rings. He's always petty about people who are better than him and more regarded than he is. And so I feel like that's just it. That's just, he doesn't like the fact that LeBron James is a better basketball player than he is. So that's bleeding into his sports analysis opinion.
Listen, that's your opinion. I don't know if that's the case, but you would agree. Him seeing LeBron with his shirt off, getting shots up 5 hours before anybody else arrives in the arena, he was a little overboard, right? Osita, I know that you're giving this argument that I made with John Morant, but I'm asking you, did you not feel he was a little overboard with how, like how he went in about him?
I feel what's overboard in this situation is your reaction to his reaction of LeBron James. Personally, it's just an old guy talking shit. Old people talk shit all the time. We see it all the time. It is not that big of a deal. And I feel like just because it's about LeBron James and you love LeBron James so much, which is fine, you've admitted, you know what I'm saying? That you're taking it to heart when it's not supposed to be taken to heart.
Okay, so you don't think it was overboard?
Is it going to stop LeBron from doing anything? No.
Do you think? I would say this is a guy, as Serda said, a Hall of Famer, a guy that is on a reputable TV show often. It's this. There's a difference between saying, "Hey, man, I think." Like where he said that, I think that the coaches should go back to wearing suits for professionalism. That was in a different manner. What he did with LeBron was Adam Silver should fine him. Like he said, like he went to a space of like he should be fined for shooting shots without a shirt on 5 hours before the game. That is over the top. All right, listen, nothing's going to happen. I just think it's in another example of like where did that fucking come from? Like, where is that? He's shooting a jump shot, and now he should be fined for shooting jumpers without a shirt on 5 hours for the game. Like, that's where you stand. That's where your stance is. He should be fined. Like, that is just. It's just like, yo.
Is it not kind of the same thing? And correct me if I'm wrong, because obviously I don't know my history of like any sport in general. Ask me about music, and I got this shit all day. But wasn't Allen Iverson like fined or in trouble or something like that for not wearing appropriate clothing or something like that?
Yeah, they did some. David Stern did, which was bullshit and ridiculous. Then made them have a dress code because he felt like Allen Iverson's dress code was scaring off some of the white folks.
Okay, well, obviously now, is that really a thing? Like, does it matter anymore what people wear? You see Jimmy Butler wearing whatever the fuck he wants to. You know what I mean? You see,
that got changed. That got changed very quickly.
Okay, with the turn of the tides, there's always going to be some person out there that's like, oh yeah, I don't like what these new young kids are doing, blah blah blah. They're always going to feel some type of way about it. They're always going to be like, oh yeah, I don't like that they're wearing Crocs or something like that before these games. They should stop wearing Crocs before the games. Obviously, there's always going to be a little bit of pushback. This is just a little bit of pushback. It's nothing serious. It's nothing that crazy. Yeah, I get it. He's being a little salacious with his words and stuff like that, and he's kind of, talking a little bit too much shit. But at the same time, it's just an old man talking shit at the end of the day.
Yeah, I don't like, and this is where I think we differ is I don't think he's just some old man talking shit. I think this is Isaiah Thomas, one of the best players in the history of basketball, that is coming out against LeBron James and saying this shit towards LeBron James. And like, I think to me this isn't just some regular ass dude saying this.
I know he's not, but there's always going to be the old guard that comes into the young bulls. That's how it goes. Old guard always hates what the young bulls are doing. They always hate what the young bulls are doing. They're like, oh, these kids dress weird, they act weird, they talk weird, they smell weird, blah blah blah. Like, it's just a matter of that's how life is at the end of the day. I don't know. I really know how else to explain it.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I think it's just bullshit. Like I think it's complete. I think it's complete total bullshit. And I do think his work carry words. And like now when he says it, it's just like when the black, like, I'll take it to politics. It's just like when some black folks start to say stuff about like certain people, black leaders or something. See, and now who you see? Skip Bayless. See, hell yeah, Skip Bayless. Yeah, that's what I'm glad Isaiah stepped up and said the right thing about him. It is unprofessional, and then like it gives credence to like the bullshit from there. And I just think Isaiah Thomas is better than that bullshit. To say you need to fine him for that, like that was weak. I can't wait to hear what your damn fucking heat check.
Oh, them daiquiris got him, boy. Them daiquiris got him good, boy.
Let's hear it. Let's hear this.
All right, so for today's heat check, I'm gonna start out with a little story, as I often do. Honestly, because I want to let you into the genius mind of Big O, Osita Anusi. I want to paint you a picture. And the picture may look like it's painted by a 5-year-old with like 2 fingers, but it's a picture nonetheless. So I have this sounds crazy, but I do have a lot of friends that are into sports, that have always been into sports. I have a best friend that is a diehard Astros fan. I have another best friend that's a diehard Rockets fan. So I get sports shit from all angles, not just you two assholes. And it's a constant thing in my life where I'm just like, they're just like, oh yeah, you work at a sports radio station. Here you go, check this out. I'm just like, okay, whatever. So I will say I've been more into the Astros lately, and definitely more in the Rockets because of this. And one of my friends sent me this like video of the Astros versus Angels game like 2 days ago, where they hit a grand slam, and it said that was the first time they hit a grand slam since 2023. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I've been to a game. I thought I've seen a grand slam. So I asked him, just like, maybe I saw home runs, right? I thought a home run was a grand slam. So I hit up my guy and I'm just like, hey, what's a grand slam? Obviously, he didn't answer because he's probably doing some other stuff. The old boy works at Baylor College of Medicine, saving lives for the cancer department. So, like, I got to respect that. But, I decided I'm just going to go ahead and Google it. I'm just going to Google the fuck out of what's a grand slam. So, found out it's a home run whenever the bases are loaded. Am I wrong? I'm right? Okay, cool.
Yes.
So, I figured that out. And it got me thinking, like, I feel like now that we have Google and AI, like, there is a such thing as a dumb question, because I felt very dumb for asking that question in that moment. Like, I feel like now, if you like back in the day, there would be like, oh, there's no such thing as a dumb question, because like, questioning things is how you learn. And most of the ways that you either got your information was through people or through some sort of like literature or something like that. Now that you have the option of just like, I can just Google whatever the hell I want, I feel like we should definitely say there is a such thing as a dumb question, because I'm not going to lie, I felt like that was a dumb question.
I disagree.
Oh shit.
I think I think you should ask dumb questions even if you think they're dumb, because I think like having the security to ask a question when you don't know something says a lot about you as a person. So I feel like lots of people lots of times feel insecure or like don't want to be chastised or feel stupid by like admitting that they don't know something. So that's how you wind up with a lot of ignorant people.
True.
And instead, you should be much more willing and humble to just ask a question, ask for help if you need help, or ask about something that you don't know. And I also enjoy the idea of like figuring those things out through real world experiences instead of just doing it online and through Google. And also Google and AI is like not even super reliable anymore. So like you can't always bank on that being the actual right answer to the thing that you're asking.
So you don't want to ask the oracle, you rather just ask the human that could, because honestly, people ask me questions all the time. People ask me weird questions all the time. And
sure,
if I know it, I'll answer it. And sometimes if I'm feeling some type of way, if I don't know it, I'll just give them a really confident farce. You know what I mean? I'm just like, fuck it. Let me just fuck with this person real quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, sure.
So you run into that
about
problem.
Politics. I'm not a politics person. I have a general idea and concept of politics. I know a little bit about it, but most of the time I'm just kind of bullshitting whenever.
Yeah, like if you ask me about the economy, I'm probably just going to give you like a weird conspiracy theory. Like I'm going to say it to you like it's true. I'm going to say it to you like it's a fact, and you're going to go around and tell the people that, and they're going to be like, "Oh, look at this crazy fuck," and I'm going to be like, "Haha, exactly." Ron, I know you have thoughts. Where you at, bud?
You didn't know what a grand slam was?
I knew that's what you were going to focus on. That's why I had to. I had to preface this with the fact that I was telling a story to get to the point of the story. But you were just like, I knew you were going to focus on the grand slam thing. I know you're going to do it.
Serda, we can all see that you're talking to someone. Can you ask that person that you're talking to if they know what a grand slam is? Just
too late. She already walked away.
Are you confident if she knows what a grand slam is or not?
Yes, she played softball in college. She knows.
I heard you. Now listen, I
thought a grand slam was a thing at Denny's. Okay, whatever, guys, it's fine. It's okay.
Clearly,
that's not
you
even
do.
the point.
Clearly, you do.
That's
like,
not the point
listen,
of the conversation.
To answer your question, I don't think there are dumb questions. There are questions that you may get judged for asking, but I don't think there are dumb questions. If you don't know, you don't know. But like Serda said, I don't know a lot about politics. But Serda, do you know who becomes the president if something happens to the president?
J.D. Vance.
But what is his position? His office?
He's the vice president.
So the vice president becomes the president. Like that's like the equivalent of a
dumb question.
Not knowing.
That sounded like a dumb question, dude. Like you were like, "Do you know who?"
I'm just saying that's the equivalent of it. I
think you just proved me right, bud. Like,
I am. Listen, there is no such. If you don't know, you don't know. You should ask, right? Like I know for me, my strong point isn't any like things working with my hands. Like right now, I probably need 3 shots on pointing out where the muffler is on a vehicle.
Wow.
Like,
so I'm
like
guessing you do not know what a catalytic converter is. Okay, but
I know what it is. I don't know where it is. I know people steal them. I know. I don't know where it is.
And
but like
the muffler is.
I think it's on the back of the car.
The exhaust pipe. Yeah, it's where it expels the fumes from the engine.
Listen, hey, I'll take your word.
I don't know a lot about cars either, but I know that.
I don't, but I will ask. Like, right? I will ask. Like,
people in the chat, where the hell is the muffler, y'all?
But
let Ron know where a muffler is real quick.
But damn, you didn't know what a grand slam was? You thought a grand slam was just a home run? You thought every time people just hit home runs, they was hitting grand slams?
Yes, I thought it was another colloquialism
for
a fucking home run. I thought it was like, damn, that's a really nice home run. He hit a grand slam. Like, yeah, I definitely thought that's what it was. I know what a no-no is. I know what pitching a no-hitter is. Like, I get that. You know what I'm saying? But I thought, you see pictures of grand slams and stuff like that, or videos of grand slams, and you're just like, oh, he just hit a home run. Cool. Badass. Like, and I'm honestly surprised that the Astros didn't hit a grand slam last year, because I felt like, they were doing the damn thing, but I guess not.
Real quick, what I don't want to skip past this. I just want to make sure we are on the same page. What is a no-no?
It's a no-hitter.
Okay, I just all right. Like, I just want to make sure.
I mean, that's all he has to say. He doesn't need to explain it anymore.
I just want to make sure.
Okay,
I didn't want to gloss past that.
Okay. Fine. Since y'all are my friends, you know what I mean, and we are open and honest in our conversation, and I feel like this is a safe space for me to be vulnerable and whatever all these Gen Z kids say. Okay. What exactly is a no-hitter? Is it just like when they don't get any hits on base, or like when they don't get any runs off a pitcher? Like, how does that work?
Just no hits in the game.
No hits whatsoever.
No hits, but like a perfect game is like
nobody gets on base.
Nobody gets on base. No errors or
no walks. No anything like that. Which is harder.
Okay. Which is harder than a no-no.
You can walk 5 people and still throw a no-hitter.
As long as no one hits the hits. There's been way more no-hitters than there has been perfect games.
It's not stupid. It's not stupid. I just grand slam. Well, I feel like you got to have that one.
Look, man, I'm learning. I'm in my learning era.
Good, man. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out even more how many of these things that you're foreign on. It's all right. In a year, man, when this show is continuing to roll where it is, that's why we got you here. It's a great mix. When this show continues to roll here, like you gonna be at a different space of sports knowledge than you ever had. Real quick, by the way, new show alert. Them assholes at Apple are at it again.
Which show?
Show is it? They only got 2 episodes out of it right now. Apple kind of puts them out that way. But that new John Hamm movie show, John Hamm. I don't know why Amanda Peet has always done it for me. Even at her age of 53 now, she has always done it for me. But this new show, what's it called? Friends and Neighbors. Just came out Friday, I believe. I watched the first 2 episodes of it. Stone cold, man. It's my type of show. Now maybe it may not be you may not be as into it as I am, but it is my type of show.
Aaron, I think, watched the first couple episodes. I like John Hamm. I'll probably check it out.
That's probably why he was on SNL this weekend, huh?
John Hamm, Amanda Peet, Olivia Nunn. She's in it. Strong.
Olivia Nunn or Munn?
Munn. What did I say? Nunn. Munn.
Oh, John Mulaney's wife or whatever? She's so fine. I'm surprised Amanda Peet is as old as you said she is. That's wild, man.
Hey, Olivia's out there riding too, boy. She's going for a ride in there. You don't want to miss that. But no, man, the premise is, he's a rich dude that, basically loses his job, and in the midst of losing his job in like a 3-4 month period, like he catches his wife cheating on him with a basketball player that I think, an NBA player that I think was a friend of his, and they've got 2 older kids. They're still together, just like, and he doesn't have a job. I'll just leave it at that. And you get in there and you see where it goes. But hey, it's my kind of shit, dog. And John Hamm, I don't, I guess I don't know if I say this a lot, but like Mad Men is one of my all-time favorite shows. Like, just for me personally, I know some people put it below other ones. I thought he was amazing in it. His portrayal of Don Draper and that whole thing, and I've always been a big John Hamm fan, especially since then. So anything he's in, I'll give it a shot. But this bitch here, it is cold-blooded. That shit had me rolling. It's that mixture of comedy and drama in it. So go check that bitch out. It's a good one.
Finish the pit yet?
No, I think I'm in episode 6. I'll probably watch a little bit of the pit tonight.
I think I'm on episode 7 now, so I passed you.
He's gonna get to the good part faster. Watch.
Yeah.
Just wait till episode 10, man. I'm telling you.
I guess episode 10, like you are really pumping up this.
Because I know what
10.
I watched, man. I know what I watched. I know what I do watch, and I know that that I know what the Emmys should like or what they should be voting for and stuff like that. I feel like that's gonna be Emmy winning, personally.
No, I don't argue it. We'll see. It's pretty good. We'll see where it is. It's certainly unique and different. Take us home, Osita.
All right, guys. Well, speaking of situations where I probably should have asked more questions before I did the deed, I was.
You ain't lying. I hope you get to it.
Yeah, right. I was in love when I was in high school with a redheaded French girl.